Music executive and producer Zakes Bantwini wants to add the title minister to his name. In a tweet, Bantwini appealed to President Cyril Ramaphosa to install him as Arts and Culture Minister. Bantwini says the current minister, Mthethwa, has shown no leadership qualities, particularly with the industry suffering because of the coronavirus pandemic. Bantwini joins me now to also unpack the challenges facing the entertainment industry and how they can be tackled. Zakes, thank you so much for making time. So you want to be installed as the Minister of Arts and Culture. I can tell you, you actually stand a better chance because the President is expected to reshuffle his cabinet sometime. All right, I think we've lost your picture, Zakes. So when we get that, please tell me, how have the failures been on the part of Mthethwa? And what do you think you would do better had you been the Arts and Culture Minister?
I think the arts and culture, artists in general, I think they deserve better, in general. I think there's a lot of lack of leadership when it comes to anything that has to do with art, and culture in South Africa. I really, artists feel they are not prioritized. Artists are never part of the plan. We always take the back seat, And I mean, there's this saying that says you will need African solutions for African problems, and you will need artist solutions from an artist. When you look even at the head of the ministry, which is the minister currently. The minister, even his qualification, he has never been an artist before. Yeah, so I don't blame him because he really doesn't understand the space in which he's in. He was put there, and I bet you now, if you can ask the minister, out of all the ministries that are in there, which one he would choose, he would definitely won't choose arts and culture because it's not really his passion. He studied mining, he studied communication, which is not artists. And I think for me, really going in there and just saying, I think the president appointed me as a minister, that this was actually just raising a hand and saying artists want to lead and come up with this particular solution. Was, right now we're having this particular conversation because I think when problems are happening, artists are never considered as people who can come up with solutions. And my call was just saying it cannot be me, but if anyone from our sector or from culture, from art or anywhere else could be appointed a minister, it would I think would be better because that particular person would have walked the walk. So I just raised my hand in telling my fellow artists and saying, we've been complaining, but I think we can do this. We can lead. We can be the ones. I might not be the one, but if it could be anyone else from who's been an artist before to lead art and culture, things I think would be better immediately.
What have been the consequences of this failure in leadership on the part of the minister? How have you suffered as artists because of the failure? I remember there was relief that was announced for different industries, equally so for the Department of Arts and Culture. They were administering some relief funds. I know some artists complained that they didn't get to benefit from that. What would you say have been the consequences on you as artists because of this failure in leadership on the part of the minister?
I mean, let us look at it. We're just zooming into what the industries have been getting. The taxi industry refused even 1 billion that were given. It was merely 300 million for arts and culture, and that particular 300 million still till today was never accounted for. I think media quoted even the minister saying that 300 million he cannot explain where it went to. Now, can you imagine? Artists haven't been working since last year until this year. It's been like more than a year now. When you look at other countries which are finding themselves in the very same situation. When you zoom in Germany, we had about 55 billion euros, which was given to arts, and culture and sports. And now you can tell that that government, the minister, he in himself, he fought for the ministry. We we as artists, I think there's a lot of, because I think when people look at artists, they look at performers. Artists are workers. Artists are parents. Artists are voters. Artists are everything else. Artists pay bonds, they pay life covers, they pay school fees, they pay all of those things. And when you don't come up with relief, when you still give excuses into relief, and you still don't you still don't engage with the bank ombudsman, you don't engage with people who are going to affect these people who are working towards these things, you are definitely putting them into particular failures. Artists are going to start losing their houses, losing their cars, and then the public is going to come out and say artists are not managing their finances very well. But artists, I think right now they are being failed dismally, because I think there's a lot that needs to be done. You know, I mean, I think there's more than just I would say relief fund that you need in this industry. You know, we still prioritize in terms of radio airplay. We still, people at theaters are closing down. There are no reliefs there. Museums, fine artists are unable to get to some galleries where they could be able to sell their stuff. So there's a lot of problems, and I feel like the ministry in itself, there's still a lot of things that needs to be done. You know,
right.
And I think people who can understand those, you know, the solution that needs to happen are people who've walked the walk. And unfortunately, and it would be unfair to our minister in saying you would understand what is happening in our industry. Hence, that's why I am saying anyone who can be a minister, can they come from the arts? You know, can it be someone who's walked the walk,
all right,
and talked the talk?
Good luck, man. Maybe the president is listening as he makes considerations on his cabinet reshuffle. Zakes, thank you so much for making time. Musician, producer, and businessman Zakes Bantwini.